Madam Secretary, as the new ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee, let me say on behalf of the Democratic members of this committee, we'd like to welcome you back to our committee, and we're glad that you're feeling better. This will likely be your final appearance before our committee, and I want to take this opportunity to let you know how much we appreciate your outstanding and tireless efforts to represent our country in the international community. I have no doubt that you will continue to serve our nation in some capacity, as you have for so many years, and I look forward to working with you in the future. And might I add, as a New Yorker, I feel especially proud of the wonderful and outstanding job you've done as Secretary of State. I think that when we look at the outstanding Secretary of States in our history of our country, you will be right up there at the very, very top. The way you've worked, the tireless effort you've had, crisscrossing the globe so many times, you have just been indispensable to all of us as Americans, and I just want to thank you personally on behalf of all the Democrats, on behalf of all Americans, Democrats and Republicans. We really want to thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and our ranking member, for calling this important hearing. Madam Secretary, thank you for your most eloquent statement. Your service to our nation has been exemplary and outstanding. And any suggestion otherwise during today's hearing, I would consider unfair and unwarranted.
Madam Secretary, it's a shame that this is your last appearance before our committee, and I would have thought that your last appearance would be a chance for us to review your outstanding record as one of our great Secretaries of State, whether it be leading efforts to enforce sanctions on Iran, your work supporting women's rights around the world, engaging with civil society, and restoring and maintaining American influence in a very difficult era.
Let me first thank you. Well, first I want to thank you for an extraordinary daughter who came to the Rockaways after Sandy.
Thank you.
Just helping people, unannounced, without fanfare, just getting down and helping people because they needed help after that terrible storm. And so just extraordinary public service. And then I want to also say, Madam Secretary, that you have been a Secretary of State at an extraordinary time in the history of the United States of America and the world. And you have managed the challenge in an equally extraordinary manner. When you took the job, America had a tarnished image abroad. You have revived our brand, traveled over 1 million miles to the furthest reaches of the world, to the most challenging areas, and touched the lives of the most vulnerable. With your leadership of initiatives like the QDDR, you have deepened our confidence that foreign aid can be responsibly spent. On behalf of a grateful nation and of definitely the people of the 5th Congressional District, I want to thank you for a job well done.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And we won't have to wait long because those were some good questions that I'll take up in a moment. Secretary Clinton, first I'd like to thank you for the truly remarkable job that you've done as Secretary of State. You have represented the interests of this nation magnificently. And I, for one, hope that after a bit of rest you will consider a return to public service, and should that return bring you to Florida, I will look forward to welcoming you there.
Secretary Clinton, I want to take the time to thank you for your willingness to come before this committee for the final time. And I want to offer my sincere and deep gratitude for your remarkable service to our nation. I'm also very glad to know that you're feeling much better.
Thank you.
For the past 4 years and well before, you have put country first, and for that our nation is indebted to you. With competence and careful consideration, you have shown extraordinary leadership on countless issues, ensuring that diplomacy is an essential part of our country's foreign policy. And your tireless efforts to elevate women and girls' rights is without comparison. You have strengthened our State Department, made it better today than when you arrived.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Madam Secretary, for your extraordinary service to our country that has earned you the deep respect and admiration of people all over the world and has enhanced America's standing all over the globe. Your leadership on women's issues, LGBT equality, supporting emerging democracies, and enhancing American national security are too numerous to list. But I want to begin by thanking you for all of your hard work and everything you have done in service of our country.
Then thank you very much, Secretary Clinton. for your contributions to securing America's place in the world for the past 4 years and for your contributions toward world peace.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity. And thank you very much, Madam Secretary, for being here. I also want to thank you for the excellent work that you've done not only here in the United States but across the world. I have to say that because it's true, one. And secondly, I don't think that my wife, my 16-year-old daughter, or my 9-year-old daughter, she'd probably even turn on me and wouldn't let me in the house if I didn't say that. You are a hero to many, especially women, and you seem to bring out these deep aspirations that they have in ways that I've never seen anyone do before. So again, thank you for your service.
Madam Secretary, let me again thank you for joining us. Thank you for opening up the ARB report. We are grateful. And let me also echo the words of my colleagues and extend my own personal gratitude for your service. You did our nation well and made our people proud. You've done an extraordinary job as our nation's top diplomat, and you will be sorely missed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Ranking Member, and Madam Secretary, thank you for what I can only describe as a truly exemplary career in public service and a dedication to public service. And I look forward to what the future holds for you as well.
Secretary Clinton, thank you for appearing before the committee today. As a new member of Congress, I think I speak for all the freshmen that we're not going to get much time to serve with you, but we hope in a few years we'll get that chance to serve again.
Congratulations too, Grace.
Thank you thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Ranking Member, Madam Secretary. It's wonderful to see you here again. And if you have any advice for a fellow New Yorker finding her way in this town, please let me know. As a woman, as a mom, thank you so much for being a role model for women, not only in the United States, but all throughout the world. Thank you for your compassion and leadership always.